Have you ever gotten yourself in a situation where the demands of your job are really unrealistic and you don't know how to talk to your boss about the fact that you're asking me to do something that's going to just be too demanding? Well, the key to handling that kind of a situation is understanding something that I refer to as emotional bank accounts. And this actually came from, I think it was Scandinavian Airlines, developed this idea in their relationship with their customers. The idea of an emotional bank account is that every time we interact with each other, we're either making a deposit into the emotional bank account of the other person or we're taking a withdrawal out. The interesting thing is that it's the other person that decides whether that's a deposit or a withdrawal. And they might not tell you, but they're sort of keeping track of that. And you're either building trust up or you're taking trust down, depending on whether it's a deposit or a withdrawal. So you get into a situation like this where you have to talk to your boss and say, I just don't think it's realistic what you're asking of me or what you're asking of this job. The whole key to that discussion working is having more emotional deposits than you have withdrawals. And admittedly, it's unrealistic to think that every relationship is all deposits and no withdrawals. And after all, why would you put money in the bank if you never took it out? So you want to put those emotional deposits in so that when the withdrawals come up, you've got something to draw from. So if you've done a great job in this job, if you've been loyal, if you're on time to work every day, if you go the extra mile when you're given opportunities to, you're building up emotional trust with your boss. And now you can sit down and say, John, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I'm going to have to make a withdrawal on our relationship right now, and I'm hoping that you'll hear me out. So John gets a little bit stiff, and you can say, I really like working here. I really like you. I think, and maybe you can help me see it differently, but I think that the demands of this job have become unrealistic, and it's hurting the rest of my life. It's hurting my health or hurting my relationship with my family. And I don't want to be upset with you. I want to come up with something that's a win-win for both of us, because that's how we can have a long relationship that creates great results for you and that makes me brag about how great it is to work for somebody like you. So can we talk about reshaping this job so that it's more realistic? That's a great way to take a withdrawal, and if you've got enough deposits, that discussion will go well. And whatever the outcome is, you ought to aim that both of you walk away happy because you've had this discussion together.